Hello, you're listening to 20 Somethings Rant podcast, and I'm your host, Jessica Fortunes, self-acclaimed spokesperson for 20s. Here on the podcast, we talk about everything bothering us with 20 somethings, from the good to the bad, to the wins, the ups, the downs, and everything in between, without judgment, discrimination, or prejudice, with a goal to build a community of 20-somethings who are empowered to become their best selves, live their best lives, blossom while learning from one another and staying connected. If this is your first time here, welcome. And to returning listeners, welcome back. So let's delve right in.
January 5, 2022, I wrote in my journal, I no longer want to play small. I want to take seriously every idea God has given me, which includes my podcast, 20 Somethings Rant. I want to get into a studio and record good podcast episodes that make impact. Build a solid community of 20s. Tell real life stories of 20s navigating the world. And change the display picture/logo. Rebrand. Those are the major goals for me for my podcast for 2022. And so far, I've achieved a few. So today, I'm going to sort of look back on on the people that helped me, and also just share my journey or share my story and my experiences and the lessons that I've learned. I'll say that the very first one for me would be always write down, or at least always document, majorly for yourself, because this is for me, and also for people who happen to stumble upon this. It could help them in their journey, because I believe this could also help somebody who is trying to build a podcast like me. So, yeah, that's the first lesson. Back to the three things I wanted to achieve or I intend to achieve. Get into the studio and record good podcast episodes. Now, I didn't just want to record episodes, I wanted to record good episodes. To do this, I knew that I had to graduate from using my phone to record to going into the studio and having professionals help me. It was at this point that I reached out to Jamit.
Alright, so guys, meet Stanley. Hi.
Hi guys, Jessica, thank you for the 1 minute of fame.
You're welcome.
So Jamit, what is Jamit? Jamit is a social media tech company that focuses on raising diverse voices. Our major aim and our major goal is to try and help the creators like Jessica monetize their content, provide tools like virtual studio, physical studio to be able to use to be able to help creators create properly and tell authentic stories through whichever means, right? We use our app as well to help creators tell short stories. That's called the Jammy Shorts. And what we in general try to do is help creators be very authentic, but also take out the workload of having to figure out where to record from, who to record with, and keeping the process as simple as possible. I think Jessica can attest to this. I think that's my 1 minute.
Actually, that was 1 minute 17 seconds. But I'm a gracious person, so I let it pass. Okay. Thank you very much. Nice meeting you. And
Thank you.
nice
Thank
work you and your team are doing at Jamit. Yay!
With Jamit helping with the production of the podcast, I was able to focus on another aspect which I had neglected for a while, and this was the general overlook and view of the podcast, from designing the website to the logo to the look and feel, everything when it comes to the general look and design. That was the next aspect, and for this, I had the help of my friends.
This is the moment we've all been waiting for, the moment where we purchase a website, a domain for 20 something rand. Why is it taking forever now? Why is it rolling forever?
I don't think it might.
See the way I said what I said. Just obvious that I'm trying to copy. Well, I'm not copying their design. I'm just using it for inspiration. Yes, inspirational purpose. The other, what do you call it?
No.
Ah! Hey, now come and see what I'm showing you. Come close. Are you saying this? 20 somethings rant, 20 somethings rant, 20 somethings rant.com. I just paid for a domain. Oh my god, my business is taking off. I'm about to take over. See for me, dude. I'm about to take over.
That was my very excited self when I got the domain because this is something I had wanted to do for a long time. So finally, I was able to do it and I was very happy. Thank you, Bola, for helping out. That's another lesson, guys. It's easier to go on the journey when you have friends by your side. So make sure to go along with friends. Okay? All right. So for designing of the brand logo, the changing of the colors, the designing of the website, for that I worked with Eyitayo, which is another friend that I had worked with in the past, and it was also amazing.
Boss, anytime we're going to fight too. Well, the fan of the week now, the post for fan of the week, and that logo, that thing on Twitter, the header, what they call that thing. Yes, now it's important, and I'm also going to put it on LinkedIn now. And you said those two that you sent it to me this weekend, and it's already weekend.
That's the next lesson for you guys. Designers can never be trusted. Like, oh my God. But away from that, my last goal, which is building a community of 20s, this is constantly ever changing, but I'm grateful for the communities that we have right now, the community of people who listen to the podcast, people who have been guests on the podcast. Like, it's amazing the stories that have been told on the podcast, and I'm excited for what the future holds. So, this is a journey that's still continuing. So, this is just part one of it, and I'm excited to continue on this journey with you. So make sure to check out Twenty Somethings Rant on Spotify, Jamit, Apple Podcasts, AudioMac, Google Podcasts, basically anywhere you get your podcast from. Make sure to check it out. Okay? And until next time, I remain Jessica Fortunes. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Yay. Bye.